Hey guys, do you know what's crazy? I literally just videoed, I was just so deep into recording, but I had my mic on, and then I thought, something told me like, oh, just check if it's actually, like, if you can hear me through the mic. And I looked at the video and you literally couldn't hear anything. So I think it was only about, well, actually it's probably about 10 minutes of recording, so that's really frustrating. But so hey, welcome to an update video. I'm just gonna sit here and just talk about my whole journey. Well, not my whole journey, because I think I posted the YWAM video explaining how I came to know about YWAM and why I was fundraising and everything. So I won't be going too much into depth about like why I'm here, because I've already got that video sort of up already. What I did want to, I guess, talk to you guys about is just to give you guys an update of the journey, because I haven't posted a YouTube video in a while, and I promised those people who gave into this, I just wanted to make sure that I was updating everyone. So yeah, this is the beginning of that, I guess. I don't know if I'll be doing them weekly, because I will find out on Monday what my schedule is, and then I can decide how often I'll be posting videos. So yeah, welcome to the update vlog, I guess, not vlog, update video about YWAM, and that I'm finally here and I've made it safe and sound. I thought this is a nice spot to do it, because from behind you can see hopefully see the water and the ocean from behind. This place is amazing. So just to start off with, like, I guess pre-YWAM, so it started off actually in September of 2024, and I had just finished doing a fire camp with CFAN in Rotherham. So yeah, that was like, that was where I'd say CFAN opened the doors for my calling and evangelizing, and it broke down any fear I had with sharing the gospel and all these things. And after CFAN, I was just praying into like what was next. I didn't know what was next for me in my ministry, so I was just serving. I had a lot going on during this time anyway. Week after I got back from CFAN and doing the fire camp, God revealed to me in a dream what was next. I didn't know where, but he showed me what was next, and that I was going to be in a new place. I don't know where I was. In the dream, it looks like Hawaii, I'll be honest, but I didn't know exactly where, and I didn't want to just assume or get my hopes up of where I was going. But I was in a tropical place, and I was with a team of people. In my mind, it's evangelists, because in the dream, we were all wearing blue t-shirts, and like deep blue, like kind of like this color blue, slightly darker, and we were baptizing people. So we were evangelizing and baptizing them, and there was a lot of people getting baptized, and this is all in the dream. So then I was like, okay, I'm going somewhere and I'm going to be baptizing people, and I'm going to be with a team of people. And it was so random. Also didn't think it was CFAN, because CFAN branding is red. So I think that kind of just showed me, I don't know, I knew it wasn't with them, but I knew it was coming. Fast forward 2 months after I had the dream, and I actually found out about YWAM through my friends at church. At this point, once I found out about YWAM, I put my details in to like their website, and somebody contacts you from YWAM, and I spoke with somebody who was from the UK, and we had an amazing conversation. Like, it was absolutely amazing. If it wasn't so good, I don't know how it would have gone, but I was like, from that first conversation, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do, and I know this is where I could feel that God was calling me to that. I just didn't want to go off my own sort of, understanding. I was still making sure that I was, waiting on God with this, because it's a life-changing thing. Yeah, and then the person I spoke to, I asked them for the Instagram, because I was like, I wanted to be nosy. I was like, I just want to see what's going on. I'm pretty sure I told her that I was going to be stalking her Instagram. So that's what I did. And I scrolled down and I saw this picture of the team, and I was like, this place looks familiar. And they were all wearing blue t-shirts, this colour, maybe a bit darker. And I came to know that the YWAM branding is blue. And I was like, yeah, I've just had to go into my iPad because my phone is too full on storage. Yeah, I was like, there's just no way that this place is like what I saw in my dream. There's just no way. But it was. I'm just gonna move it over. But yeah, it was. I was like, there's just no way. You know when it's so, God is so intentional that you're like, no, you actually can't believe it. So yeah, that kind of just confirmed my dream for me. And then I actually asked them if they baptize people, and they were like, yeah, absolutely. And I was like, okay, wow. So the next sort of thing, I you know when you just like, God, I need more confirmation. I was like that with everything. And the next thing for me was then I just need to speak to my pastor about it and make sure she's on board with it and that she's happy for me to go. So that's what I did. And then she was like, look, we live our life on green, and when God intervenes, then we gotta be happy with the outcome and that he's saying no to this. I already knew he was gonna say yeah, because he showed me that I was going there. It's not like I just saw this place or found out about it and I was like, yeah, I'm going. He literally showed me before I even found out that YWAM existed. He showed me in a dream that I was going. So as soon as my pastor said yeah, I promise you now, it was like after young adults in church. I think I gave her a lift home, and we spoke about it, and as soon as I got home, I didn't waste any time. I put my application in, and then yeah. Oh, and then after I put the application in, I had the conversation with sorry, yeah. I already had the conversation with people, and then it was after I spoke to Pastor Joe that I put my application in, because they spoke with me a couple of times, and then I was like, okay, I just need to speak to my pastors and then I'll apply, because I'm ready to do it now, but I'm seeking wise counsel. So yeah. One thing I love about YWAM as well is that everyone will, leading up to you coming, yeah, they will literally like check in with you once a week, every other week, to make sure that you're okay. Even before I applied, I had already spoken to 2 people, I think it was, and you could just feel the community, and you could just feel like, I don't know, you could just feel something. It was just amazing, and that was really impressive for me because I'm the youngest of 5 children. I've never moved out, and doing something like moving to Hawaii, which is, so the time difference here is 11 hours. That's insane. Them speaking to me weekly, or however many times, a week I spoke to them, it made me feel more relaxed about going. So yeah, so that was before I posted about the GoFundMe. That was before I did the video, which is already on here. So I kind of just, December I didn't really do much with YWAM. I think, what happened was after I applied, you have like a list of things to like, it's like a checklist. That was the best thing as well. I love that, because if you're not a very organized person like myself with admin stuff, anyway, that is really helpful, because it's so satisfying, because you have like you have the checklist, and it's like things, and it's like red when it's not completed, and then when it's completed it turns green. Stuff like that is just so satisfying for me. Anyway, and so I had to pay an enrollment fee after when my application was accepted. I had the enrollment fee to pay. So this is a short testimony within itself, but it was just so unbelievable, because it's just God. I couldn't actually afford to pay the enrollment fee, because it was around the time where I was maid of honor for my sister's wedding. Not that this is a reason why, but there was so many different reasons why I couldn't afford it. And I was running a business, and it was like the first step of faith, where I was relying on God to provide for this, because I was like, God, if I'm doing this, you're providing the funds for me. even with the enrollment fee. So, but this is also because I literally couldn't afford, it was $100, which is like £80. I couldn't afford it. So I was like praying all week for that. And by the time Sunday came, I was having a conversation with, just two people that, you know, I really trust and adore. And one of them asked me if I could afford it. And I was like, no, I literally can't. And I was going to hide it and just be like, yeah, like, it's okay. I can just use my credit card, because that's what I was going to do. And she was like, send me your bank details and I'll send you the money for it. So I sent her my bank details and paid off the enrollment fee. But when I tell you, she said that and I was sobbing. I was absolutely bawling my eyes out, because I had, you know, when you pray, you're really praying for something and God just comes through for you. And even she said, like, she was like, I know you have a business and, you know, you just don't think, you just assume people have got it. And then she said, I don't know what, I just felt led to ask you that. So that's what happened. And she just supported me with that, and I'm so grateful. That was the beginning of that, really. Yeah, that was the first time really trusting and relying on God to bring in the finances, even with the enrollment fee. So then January came. December, I didn't really do much. That was the only thing, really. And I was still speaking with people from YWAM. And I was preparing for my sister's wedding, so I didn't really do much in December. But January, I think it was the 6th of January, I posted the video about how I'm fundraising and that I was going to YWAM. That was like my announcement video. That was the start of everything, really. So I made the video. So I posted the video at like 7 p.m. that evening. Within 4 hours, like by 11 p.m, I had raised £1,000, which equates to $1,300 and something dollars. So I was completely like just in awe of God. I couldn't believe it. I thought, I've got 6 months left to go, and I've already raised guys, my maths, please bear with me, have grace for my maths, yeah? I'd already raised $13,000. So what was it? I had like 8,700 left to go by July. So yeah, it started off really well. It was going really well, and it was just like, even now I'm looking back at the last 3 months and I'm like, where has the money come from? But I paid off. I only have one more fee to pay off, and that is so close. I'm so close to that as well, which is why I'm making this video. But I'll leave that for a bit later on in the video. So that was the beginning of the fundraising. The day one, no, not even the full day, and I had raised so much money. So I had like a couple fees to pay off, like deposits and stuff. So I just went ahead and I gradually just paid things off as I raised, rather than just waiting for the full $10,000 to come through and then paying it all off at once. Even though ideally in my brain that would have been so much easier, but realistically it just doesn't work that way unless you have £10,000 there. It was just months of praying. I was fasting. When I even posted the video, the whole church was on a fast, and I had people praying with me. Honestly, this I could get emotional thinking about it. The support that I've had over the last 6 months has been unbelievable. And oh my gosh, I didn't think I'd be crying in this video. But I don't know what that noise was either. But yeah, people have poured so much into me over the last 6 months, from January to now. And I can't believe it. And I can't believe it because I'm in such an amazing place. I'm in such an amazing church. It's not even just people from church, it's people who I just know and are close with, or just random strangers who I don't even know, sharing their money and willing to support me. You have no idea how much it means to me that you're willing to sow into this and to support me. Oh. Yeah, it's just, I can't thank everyone enough. I know people are saying that they'll still be supporting me as I go, and honestly, I've never had to trust God so much in my entire life. It is entirely worth it, because you get to know him in a new way and trust him in a way that you know that you're not used to. Like, that's how you grow. You don't grow from staying in one place and remaining comfortable, and you that's how you allow God to grow, just grow deeper in faith, you know. So I'm just grateful for the experience. But anyway, yeah, back to the fundraising story, I guess, but this is all a part of it anyway. I think it was just, yeah, I was receiving donations, you know, weekly, and it did get to a point where it started to like sort of decline. So no, before my birthday and on my birthday, I had so many people give to me. A lot of people bought things for me to go to YWAM. Like, this is literally one of them. This is one of those things. And people were literally just giving to me left, right and centre. And I could just feel so much love. It was like after my birthday, or like leading up to leaving, because my birthday's in March. I could just feel like I went through seasons where it was just quiet, and I was posting, and not many people were giving, but it was just like, I just had to wait. And then it started to like be in big like sums. I don't know how to explain it really, but I would be waiting for finances, and then it would be like dry, and then boom, some, you know, people would donate all at once. It felt like, you know, like when you're waiting for a bus and then it's late and then 2 buses come at the same time, that sort of thing. Weird analogy, but that just came into my head. But yeah, so I was waiting and just being patient. And then I was also, this is when I was actually doing things to fundraise. So like, I think the 3 main things I had planned was a 5K run, because I'm not a runner, and so that was a big deal for me, running 5K. My mum actually did that with me. She doesn't run. She goes to the gym. She's a proper gym lad. Shout out Diana. Yeah, so she was like, Liv, I want to do that with you, and that was amazing. The thing I sort of planned was 10 a van. Oh my gosh, I was talking about that for months. It went from being 10 a van, then to 5 a van, to no a van, because we didn't do it in the end, because there was a big lesson within that. Literally, like the day before we were meant to do it, I cancelled it, because God was really convicting my heart about doing that, because he didn't tell me to do it. It was me. I went through that season of striving. My mind was just like, oh my gosh, the money's not here yet, and I have an X amount of time. I need to get this money in. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, is it coming? You know, is it gonna be here? You know, when you just sort of go into autopilot and you're just like, okay, I'll do it. I can do this, I can do that. And then the finances will come. But what that does is takes away from allowing God to bless you. So you can block your own blessings, and that is exactly what I was doing. And the moment I surrendered to the fact that, like, that conviction, I surrendered to it, and I was like, okay, we're not doing it. God literally, before I surrendered, God said to me, like, you don't need to climb a mountain for me to bless you. And that is what stopped me from climbing the mountain, because God's like, I told you to go, I showed you I was going, I did not tell you to fundraise. And I also spoke to my pastor, Pastor Robbie, oh my gosh, and the conviction, I was like, oh wow, okay, yes, Pastor, thank you. I needed it though, I needed to hear it, because yeah, I was striving completely through and through. And then Pastor Mike, who is he is the evangelist in the church. Like he's done this, he's lived this as well, and he's given me great advice over the last few months, because he knows what it feels like. And he said, it was, when God does that thing where everyone you speak to, they have like this similar, one brings a scripture, someone brings like just a word. Yeah. Pastor Mike was the one who brought, I think it's Psalms 46, where most people know it as "Be still and know that I am God." Pastor Mike, he was asking me how I was with the fundraising and everything, and I was speaking to him about the Tanavan and how I was cancelling it and all that stuff. And the scripture he gave, it was the same scripture but in a different version, and it says cease striving. And again, it just confirmed that I was striving and that I just wasn't, I just went into autopilot with it. It was a lesson in it, and I was then preaching to everyone like, stop striving, be still, because I had just gone through that season, and it's like, guys, no, God's just saying chill, and I've got you. So I really appreciate having a lot of wise people around me, and a lot of experienced people around me. Yeah, it's just a blessing, That's why we don't neglect the gathering of the saints, because how are you meant to know these people if you're not in church? Anyway, I'm not going to preach, but just saying. So yeah, I didn't do Tanavan either, and I can't even remember what the other one was. Oh my gosh, I don't know what the other one was. Oh yeah, Rise Worship Night. So that one, that was it was the Rise Worship Night that I planned with Lewis. But yeah, that one, that was a really good turnout. That was the one that went through, but it wasn't just for me. It was for like everyone that's going away. There are a few of us from church who are being sent out to, go and do the Lord's work. So we put on the Rise Worship Night. That was like the end of it all, and I was just preparing to go then. Considering all the fundraising events I planned, one didn't go ahead, 2 of them went ahead, but I raised more money from not doing the fundraising, compared to, fundraising, all the money I've raised has mainly come from people giving and just sharing my posts. It says it it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but guys, I'm still a bit jet lagged, and it's Saturday today, so I've been resting, but I'm still feeling the time difference. So I'm hoping it'll shift by Monday, because Monday's going to be really busy. From Monday, it's going to be really busy. So yeah, that was there was a lot going on there, and even weeks before going, there was a time where I was in my overdraft, because this is what I want to go into, right? I was self-employed up until April. I was just losing clients, and I wasn't earning enough money, but I had overheads, which I had to pay off, of course, monthly overheads. So I was like, God, what's going on here? Is this business, am I staying in this business for now? What am I doing it when I go? I don't know. I was just waiting for direction, and then people stopped coming, and I was like, okay, I have to be wise. I'm literally going into debt, by keeping this business going. What I did was just decided to close the door to it. I literally just, I was considering it from January, literally. I was like, God, I just don't know what to do. And even my mum wanted to help me with supporting, potentially keeping my business open. But I was just I kind of just sensed that door was closing, and I knew I had to keep myself occupied, and I still wanted a career to come back to. So I decided to shut down the business, and I joined the care home, because before I had my business, I was a care assistant. So that's what I went back to doing. I sold all my stuff. which was great because I could put that money towards YWAM. But yeah, I sold all of my stuff and just said goodbye to the business. And I don't think I'll be going back to that. Down the business, and then I joined the care home again, and it was just a nice job to be in. Before going, I love the care home and I love my residents. I miss my residents. I love old people. Like I love the elderly, and I miss them. So I guess I wasn't having as many shifts as I thought I would be. So my finances kind of took a hit, and I thought, well, that's convenient because I'm literally going to YWAM in like, I don't know, 3 months or 2 months or whatever. And I thought, like, this couldn't be happening at a worse time. But again, it was just another lesson to rely on God. People were still donating. And considering my finances took a hit, considering I was literally barely working. If you've literally been journeying with me, you'll know that it's not been the easiest ride for me the last 3 months, I'd say. But yeah, God is still God. I was able to sell my car, which a good chunk of that went towards, anything that I made from the car, because I had to pay off my finance, my PCP, so that's paid off, and then whatever was left I put towards YWAM. So a massive weight off my shoulders because I didn't know what I was doing with my car. So that was good, and that was literally like a week before leaving. I'm not even joking. I sold my car a week before going. Man, so many things have taken place. Literally, at one point, I had nothing in the bank. I went £0 into my overdraft because, yeah, I can't remember why, but there was like a fee. I paid off something here, and then there was like a transaction fee that I didn't know about. But so I called them, and they basically cleared the overdraft because they said that because I didn't know, it was like a good what was it called? It was like it's like a good deed thing. I forgot the name of it. I'll have to remember it. But I was literally crying my eyes out because I was like, wow. And I was praying that the overdraft would somehow be cleared as well. So God saw that and answered that prayer. I have so many testimonies that I could share with you guys. This video is already 20 minutes long, but it's been amazing. It's been growth within the last 6 months has been unbelievable, imaginable. I didn't even realize that this was going to come with going to YWAM, but it makes sense. But there's a preparation before you come here, and then I know that being here, I will literally see someone's. I know that being here will strip even more of, like, I don't know, just things that don't need to be a part of me, I guess, and that God wants to get out of me. So yeah, there was a whole preparation. I like to call it, well, in our church we call it pruning season, or I don't know, being pressed. Pressure makes diamonds, they say. So yeah, all of that came with it. But oh my gosh, looking at where I am now, I'm just, there's a lot more that God wants to work on, I know that, but and someone gave me a word at the beginning of January, literally the day after I posted that I was going to YWAM. I had a word, and that has definitely come to pass. So I won't share it because it's quite a personal one, but yeah, it spoke into everything that was going to happen with me personally, nothing to do with fundraising, all about me and my relationship with God, and that has literally come to pass. So because God's word does not return empty or void. Let's just remember that. It's in Isaiah, and I'll post it somewhere because I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, guys, so that's I've been meaning to do this video forever, and I think it's only right that I'm doing it now while I'm actually here. And the week before coming, it was like the last of everything church-wise. I had the last young adults, I had the last house group, I had the last outreach, I had the last, church service where they all prayed me out. so many things happened that week. It was literally like Wednesday to Sunday was packed, and I was meant to be resting, but hey, it's fine. And I had to sort my room out because of, yeah, someone was renting out my room. Like, it's just so many things, guys. And oh my gosh, with the last weekend of being at YWAM, I think I fundraised, like not even fundraised, people gave to me all together like £1,000, I think, or $1,000. I think it's £1,000 that I raised within the last weekend before going. So that meant I could pay off like the outreach deposit fee. So I just have one more fee, and yeah, I could just, everyone was just, the amount of prayer I received, oh my goodness, that was so needed. And everyone here with me, or well, majority of people here with me who are also in the same shoes as I am, they all said that they received a lot of prayer as well before, and it was how necessary it was. And I'm just so grateful for that. And I've built so many like valuable friendships from that as well. It was necessary, because coming here, like, it's been amazing. The last few days we've had just orientation, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope people don't think that I'm just here on a holiday, because literally we've had class, and we've had like icebreakers. Most of us arrived I arrived late on Wednesday evening. Thursday we had like our first class, and we learned so many, like even just like the first class, we learned about something called a belief tree. Oh my gosh, I can't get into it now because I'm about to go for lunch with a few of the guys, but yeah, with my friends. But yeah, these last few days, it's been amazing. Like yesterday was the 4th of July, so I was able to experience the 4th of July with all of my new American friends, and it's just so beautiful. The community here that we're building is just amazing. And yeah, like I said, I've built so many relationships with people back home who aren't necessarily my age or in my other groups, but I have so many relationships that I just love and cherish from fundraising. So I need to just wrap up this video now, because I can just go on and on forever. But yeah, I'm here and I'm safe, and I'm in the most amazing place ever, and it is an honor to be here. Next week we're going to be really like getting into everything, and we're just going to be, it's going to really start next week. So I'm grateful that we have these few days to just rest. We had like a family pool party day yesterday, and I was able to go to Target on Thursday as well. Like, yeah, it's been fun, and it's good because I've had jet lag, 11 hours jet lag. Come in. So yeah, I've been able to rest and recover. But yeah, guys, I'm nearly there with finances and everything. But I just wanted to give you guys an update, and also just to ask you guys to keep praying for me. And I have £1,455 left to raise. That's in pounds. To go towards the outreach fee. That's like the remaining fee, and it's the last one. And I'm so excited, where I say I'm fully funded. And I know I'm really close. I still have about 5 weeks or 4 weeks left until that has to be paid off. So yeah, if you would like to continue to support me with YWAM, I will attach my details below. But please just keep me in your prayers. It's the first full day of being here. It was, I had to really adjust to not being around my family, to sharing a room with 2 other lovely girls who are amazing individuals. I love them. And I also prayed into that as well. But also like the culture shock, like the jet lag, everything. So I was a bit overwhelmed, but God, I shared it on my Instagram that God led me to the Good Shepherd, which is in John 10. And yeah, I'm still adjusting, and it's okay. So he knew that was going to happen. He knew that was coming. Yeah, so thank you all so much for your support over the last 6 months. I can't believe it. No, not even 6 months. It's like 7, 8, 9 months altogether when you look at the whole picture from start to finish. So yeah, I'm just very grateful for everyone who supported me, and I have love for you guys, and I miss you guys as well, and I feel your prayers, so please keep me in mind. And yeah, I'll be hopefully making an update soon. Yeah, tomorrow's Sunday, will be my first day in church. I'll be in the kitchen setting up breakfast and everything, because while I'm here I'll be serving, and we'll all be serving, and we have work duties and everything, because this place is now our home, so we're going to be looking after our home too. This is my update for now, and I'm excited to update you guys with what's next. Yeah, so bless you guys, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope you are all well, and I'll be praying for you guys as well. So yeah, thank you for watching this video too, and I'll see you guys soon. God bless.